RBTV sports fans, this is RBTV, your official home to Riverside Brookfield football. I'm Casey Vlett alongside Matt Angio and Isaac Lawrence, and we are here live in the first quarter of the Riverside Brookfield versus ICCP football game.
And yeah, Casey, as that play just went on, like you mentioned, the Knights being 4-1 and the Bulldogs being 5-0, there's a slight advantage of course, for the Bulldogs being that they are at home today. But just to run over some national and state statistics, the Bulldogs overall, of course, 5-0 and national rank 2,329 with a state rank of 105. ICCP with a national rank of 973 and a state rank of 50. And of course, Isaac Lawrence is here with us tonight.
Yeah, it's his first game. Isaac, what do you got to say?
Just got to say that I'm glad to be here with you two guys and here for our great football game tonight.
Yeah, the Bulldogs playing the reigning 3A state champion, Immaculate Conception Catholic Prep Knights, who they're 4-1. They have been scoring a lot of points per game, though. Look at their last few wins. Last week they won 56-13. The week before 67-17. The week before 54-0. Their only loss coming to St. Lawrence, a very, very good football program.
And so far throughout the game, you can already see the ICCP's QB number 7, CJ West, and number 22, the running back, Lazarick Eatman.
Yeah.
They've been running through some plays lately.
The Bulldogs had a quick 3-and-out. Hunter Hughes took a hard hit. We're going to hope he's okay. Didn't leave the game, but
was a fumble.
He did hold on to it, though, so it was all good. But, yeah, here we are. Yeah. 1st and 5 after offsides by the Bulldogs. There's C.J. West, the quarterback.
C.J. West.
He's looking. Oh, he's got a lot of room to the left.
He runs it.
That was a play-action pass. Would have been a play-action pass, but he rushed for it. Gets the first down. That moves them up closer to the end zone.
He's got 2 completions for 31 yards. He's been targeting his main wide receiver, number 22, and
Lazarick Eatman.
Yeah, Lazarick Eatman.
Of course, Lazarick Eatman, a senior, 5'9", 160 pounds. Just an estimate.
Yeah, that's the running back, and then their their other running back, Jacob
Lighton.
Yeah, Lighton, Jacob Lighton.
And a lot cooler this game, 61 degrees as of right now, compared to a 92-degree game last Friday.
Slight chill in the air.
5 wide. It's going to be a quick slant, dropped.
Ball's dropped but recovered.
Incompletion. Number 8 with the drop. That is Sean Hipskint, a junior, 6 feet on the dot. I believe the quarterback, Luke Rickabine, I think he's hurt because they got C.J. West in there.
He's a tight end.
Not listed as a quarterback.
Seems to be doing the job. There he is, dropping back. He's going to run. He's very fast.
They're running it. Oh.
He might have just outbeat.
He's in the end zone.
He just outbeat number 28 on the Bulldogs. That is Chris Doherty, and that's a touchdown. 18 yards for C.J. West, who we can see obviously has some wheels. 2 rushes, 25 yards, and a touchdown. And quickly, it's going to 6-0 Knights. Isaac, knowing that this team is the reigning state champions, and knowing the Bulldogs are 5-0, what do you think the final score of this game is going to be?
Well, looking by the way that the game's being played already, I feel as if it will be a close game, but one of the sides has to just do better than the other.
That is football.
And
he's here all night, guys. Here all night.
Enjoy him while you can.
6-0 in favor of the Knights. So as spoken by the great Isaac Lawrence, the 4th, the team with the more points will win the game.
And
6:40 left in this first quarter of play. 6-0 Knights. There is a false start. They're going to get moved back. But not much with the Bulldogs' first drive. Hunter Hughes did connect with Devin Moody for 12 yards. And after last week's game, we see that the Hughes to Moody connection might be something to look out for. 4 catches, 33 yards for Moody, but Matt, there was one guy who was better last week. Tell me about him.
It looks like Zach Vaya, 5 catches and 73 yards. That man was on a mission last game, and we all know it.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Casey.
No, it's all good. Keep going. Just tell me about his mission.
Well, of course, as of right now in this game, that first run for the touchdown, you can already see the gaps in the Bulldogs defense on the right side, not even giving a QB option. Not really stopping that QB, just more focusing on the wide receivers and the zone coverage.
Should we set a QB spy?
It's possible. Might have to.
Isaac, tell me what you know about football. Because I know you're a big football fan out there, right?
I myself am a big fan of the NFL. I like to enjoy the Riverside, Brookfield football games from time to time.
And that extra point is good, but you think the Bulldogs could beat the Bears in a game?
Never.
Never? Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Seeing the Bears now, maybe.
Well, put Trubinsky in there, and we might see a change in that prediction.
Yeah.
Having Mike Lennon in there just seems to not be doing the job for the Chicago Bears lately. Losing to the Packers last night was not a good sight to see.
Isaac, you got any friends on the football team that we should be looking out for?
Yeah, a lot of people. My friend Jimmy Mazura,
Hey.
my friend Devin Moody.
Number 11, Devin Moody. Yep.
Yeah.
Isaac's got some friends who really know how to play football good. Jimmy Mazur, a key guy in the defense. Devin Moody, who's got the only catch for the Bulldogs offense so far this game. And as we saw earlier, their kicking team couldn't really kick the ball. So that might be good, though. Trying to avoid the dynamic duo of Nick Del-Nodell, Stefan Gaminsky. Their 99 speeds back there.
Yeah, and Casey.
Yep.
We like to name a X factor in the beginning of the game, but how about we say who's the man on the mission today? Who's going to be the man on the mission for the Bulldogs, either offense or defense? And how are they going to win this game?
I'm going to say my man on a mission, I'm going to give you one of each. I'm going to say my man on a mission is Vaughn Hilp on the defense. He's a sack machine. Oh, look, I think they're purposely kicking it away. They're kicking it to Zach Vaya. Not a great option either, but...
Oh, that's something you don't see, though. He gets stopped immediately.
But Vaughn Hope or Sam Gomez, who's been just amazing. He's been the defensive player of the week for the Bulldogs last week. 4 tackles and a sack. And then on the offense, I'm going to go with Hunter Hughes. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, me not really saying, I'm not picking a guy, but Hunter Hughes, you're playing some reigning champs. You got to come out here after that first drive. Let's see how the kid can do.
Exactly, and
this is a playoff game. This is a playoff-ready game.
Yes, it is. This is to show their worthiness in the playoffs. And Zach Vaya stopped immediately again. That was number 77 for ICCP.
Yeah, that was Nick Del-Nodell's first carry of the game. No gain. But yeah, the Bulldogs. The way that playoffs work, if you get 6 wins, you clinch the playoffs. Bulldogs 5-0. If they win, they clinch. They should clinch. They have a weaker second half of the schedule for them, but it'd be really nice to clinch here.
That's offsides.
Yeah, number 77 for the Knights.
Flag on the field.
Yeah, that is Ricky. Oh boy, no one has pretty names on this team.
Missile week.
Isaac, you want to give me a shot at number 77?
Ricky Mislewick.
Milsewick.
Yeah, Ricky's 275 pounds, so hard to keep that all in the line of scrimmage.
It's a tongue twister.
Someone's got to get some nice names. I mean, Hunter Hughes, kind of easy.
Why can't you just get a name like
nice
Lawrence?
alliteration.
And we were speaking X factors. My man on the mission tonight would have to be, on the offensive side, I would say Hunter Hughes. I'll agree with you on that, Casey. And on the defensive side, I would have to say Dominic Rowe, because of last game he had 2 sacks in the beginning, and that just brought the defensive line up the whole game, the momentum and the motivation, and the way that man can bring up the game.
Can we get you to go an entire game without shouting out your friend Dominic Rowe?
Well, you know what? He's a very good player.
I mean, yeah. That's That's definitely correct. As Hughes to Del Nodell,
Oh,
picking up speed, he
breaking
gets
through.
2.
Slowly but surely, the Bulldogs making it up the field. A lot tougher than last game.
Yeah.
Bulldogs were able to get across that 50-yard line like nothing.
So Isaac, who are you wearing?
Who am I wearing?
Yeah, that's a really nice shirt you got on. Who is it?
I have no clue. I found this shirt just in my closet. It looked nice. Put it on.
And Hunter Hughes, he doing a quick snap.
Deep pass.
Zach Vaya.
Tackled.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is momentum.
That was a 23-yard completion from Hughes to Vaya. Give him a little momentum off of a second down, I think it was. I don't think it was third. But that was a nice Hughes to Zach Vaya connection. 23 yards, first down. They are 13 yards away from the red zone,
as we like to call it.
Yeah. Hand off Del Nodell. He'll get 3.
And according to last year, every time the Bulldogs got into the red zone, it was always Brendan Kern's tricky plays that summed up the defense for the opposing side. Always tricking out that defense, but sometimes it fell short and may have cost the game, would you say?
Yeah, he had a big bag of tricks. He'd call onside kicks a lot, and you never saw him coming. And I haven't seen much of his trickery on the offensive side yet, but I wish he did like a wildcat with like Stefan Gminski or Nick even Devin Moody. He got so much speed on the offense. Play action. Hughes going deep.
Very deep. Could be intercepted though.
It is.
And it is intercepted.
It was a.
Wow. That was a floater.
That almost an Odell? He had it in his left hand.
He caught it with one hand.
Yeah.
That was an Odell Beckham Jr.
I think he guided it to the other hand. I wouldn't call it to say he got it, but yeah, Hughes had Devin Moody down there, underthrew him, and what looked to be a potential scoring drive turns into that. The Bulldogs, all they can do now is contain the Knights.
It's all about defense now. What can the Bulldogs do defensively to stop these Knights? That's all the game is about as of right now.
You know, the Knights like going 5 wide. They're 4 wide here. Hand off to the running back. He'll get 2. That's Lazarick Eatman. See, his name's kind of easy, but Laz, my man, you got to get a little easier first name. I like their 3-bunch set right there. They have some tall guys mixed match against Stefan Gminski.
Wide open, he throws it deep.
Wide.
Oh, and it's a catch. Oh, he trips up a little bit.
Yeah, but Stefan Gminski.
Gets him down. That's number 13 for the Knights. Khalil Sanders.
Had Gminski not been there, that could have been a clear run to the end zone.
Yeah, that was a 50-yard completion. Matt, did you catch the number of that receiver?
That was number 13, Khalil Sanders. And Sanders tripped up a little bit on that play.
Yeah,
and Stefan Gminski caught up to him.
He could have been gone, underthrown a little bit, and he stumbled up, but a 50-yard completion right there.
And this clock is running down to 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Handoff. Man, they always keep it fresh. They never run the same thing twice. It's always a pass and a run or a...
Yeah, and these plays are running very smoothly, especially on that last play.
But did you see the mismatch there? They had 3 receivers all next to each other. And
Both
they had
Stefan
Gminski and Zach Vaya, 2 of the shorter safeties and cornerbacks.
And when it comes down to it, as a wide receiver, would you rather have speed or height advantage?
Oh, height.
Yes, definitely height.
And there's speed, and there's a 26-yard touchdown. Isaac, what's his name, number 22?
22, Lazarick Eatman.
Yep. Might have to remember that name for the night. 26 yards to the house. Laz Eatman makes this a 2-possession game with 1:58 left in this first quarter of play. The Bulldogs defense picked apart for the 2nd straight drive. It's not looking good. Matt, what do they need to do in the 2nd quarter and the rest of this game?
Well, the Bulldogs, they gotta shut down that running back and that wide receiver. I mean, all the wide receivers, but they can't. They got no height advantage. They got a disadvantage. They're fast. there's nothing much they can do. All I can say is they got to blitz that quarterback and contain him.
Yeah,
they got to contain that running back as well because he's got speed as well. And on the offensive side, I don't see much of anything going wrong. They're passing and they're running. They're doing what they
Hunter
can.
threw him a few. Yeah, it was just a. I wouldn't say a bad throw by Hunter. He just
It was just underthrown.
Yeah, and he also was throwing into the wind.
Yes, the
So-
wind. It's been windy tonight. It's about 14 miles per hour as of right now.
Yeah, so nothing bad about that throw by Hunter, just a little under. But he's been driving. Nick's been decently running. 3 rushes, 5 yards, but he's earned it. And he hit Zach Via that 23-yard catch. He hit Moody. I mean, he needs to work Stefan in the game a little more. Maybe get a bubble screen.
Yes, I would have to say as well that I would have to agree with that.
Because Stefan, they did a bubble screen once and he got -2 yards. That's the only time they targeted Stefan. And yeah, just keep everything fresh. You can't get too predictable with the Bulldogs. That's exactly why the Knights are up 14-0. Because long pass, you would expect another pass deep, and then they run it for 8 yards.
Now,
with
on this kick return, could we be seeing them kicking it to Down Odell or Gaminsky?
No, they're going to keep kicking it to Zach Via at the 30-yard line. Don't test Stefan and don't test Nick. They've seen enough tape on them. And last year, ICCP destroyed the Bulldogs by 30. Yeah, see, it's this kicker is great.
Yeah, he's
he kicks
very
it the
accurate.
same
Thinking.
spot every time.
Oh man, he's going way back.
going
Zach does not
behind.
know where to go. He's going all the way back. That's not good.
Something I've noticed is Zach Via likes to try to make a play out of nothing, so he'll run backwards a lot. He caught that ball at the 30-yard line, ran all the way back to the 24.
Well, he's moving. That's good. He didn't just stop dead in his tracks. He's improvising a play.
And just couldn't get the edge. But sometimes is trying to get the edge too risky than just keeping the 6 yards?
You know what? It's either you have a higher chance of getting more yards than not getting yards.
You also have a higher chance of losing yards. But let's see. We have a 3 wide. Hand to Nick.
Tries to pull it through.
Nick's going to not get anything there.
And Isaac, as the clock goes down to 1:30 almost, what can you see in the Bulldogs' defense as of so far?
Well, I'm saying they need to tighten up around their around the sides here.
Yeah.
Because as you can see, the Knights like to drive through whenever the Bulldogs feel as if they're gonna try and make a deep pass.
Yeah, I agree.
And here we go. Hughes rolling left, looking Moody. No, he wants it himself. Hughes slides. He did not want to get hit again. And after that 4-yard rush by Hughes, we'd like to thank our sponsor. We'd like to welcome Loyola Medicine to RB Sports. Beginning last season, Loyola Medicine has been the sports medicine provider for the Bulldogs. Loyola Medicine, body and soul.
Words of wisdom from
Yeah.
Casey Valletto.
Hey, Matt, I was going to ask you a question earlier. It might be a little overstatement, but are the Knights like the Dallas Cowboys with a good wide receiver and a good running back? Do we got Ezekiel Elliott, Des Bryant over there?
Des Bryant.
And then a Dak Prescott-style quarterback?
They might. But yet again, the Dallas Cowboys are somewhat overrated, as some people would like to say.
Oh, blitz. Hughes
Very quick snap by Hughes.
connects to Moody for
First down.
-3. Oh, yeah. I was looking the wrong way. That was 7 yards to Moody. Maybe that can gain some momentum, but the quarter's gonna. This is gonna be the last play of the quarter. I would just assume a run to Nick Del Nodell, but
Could be a run.
they can't be predictable. They always run on first down, it seems like.
That's true. And some defenses have not caught on to that.
Well, it's a run to Nick Del Nodell, and it's another 2-yard gain, which I think,
Pushed them all the way through.
you know what? The line had, and that turned from a 2-yard gain into a 9-yard gain.
That clock's going to run out.
And we're at the
And it's
end
0.
of the first quarter. Isaac, let's hear what the score is.
0 to 14.
0 to 14. Bad guys.
The Knights.
Yeah,
Bad guy Knights.
the Cubs. I mean, what? The Knights, yeah.
The bad boy Cubs.
Isaac, I don't know if you knew this, but we are White Sox fans up here.
I am the same.
Okay, then we're good. We have a generous check, I believe, being given to the Bulldogs down there. I don't think we have a camera angle on it, but something like that, yeah. You know, I'm getting informed. Something's happening. Oh, it's Best Buddies, a great organization that helps kids with special needs form a friendship. Might be the greatest club that you ever joined in high school. It's worldwide, and they're receiving a check from, I would believe to be the RBF or Board of Education. So that's very nice.
Yes, very nice. And here we go. Second quarter, starting off with the Bulldogs on the offensive side.
Hughes, fake handoff. He's getting blitzed hard to G-Man.
Oh, he's got big guys chasing. There's a flag on the field, though.
It would be a no gain, but there's a flag. Are they going to call helmet to helmet? I didn't see it. They're going to call it against the Bulldogs. Blocking they're going to call it.
It looked like blocking.
A block in
Illegal block.
Yeah. The Bulldogs. 10-yard penalty.
That's not good. That's going to take away some momentum.
It turns from 2nd and 1 to 2nd and 11. Matt, how are the Bulldogs and Hunter going to stay composed? And they need to score here, because I think the Knights have the capability of scoring every single drive.
Well, like you said, keyword composed. They got to stay calm. They can't get all panicked. They got time in this game. There's a lot that can be changed, especially after the half, and that's usually when they step up their game.
Blitz coming hard. Del Nodell.
Ooh,
he gets 2.
Real bad.
Gets 3 by Nick. He's got 6 rushes, 17 yards, but Nick has not been finding the edges. Even with the blitz coming, it's been tough to find a hole.
Yeah, it's you never know with Nick Del Nodell. He finds a hole in the defense and he just goes.
Yeah, he can go for 200 yards in a game with 3 touchdowns, or just ICCP seems like a well-rounded team. Great defense, great offense. Defense wins games. They're showing it right here.
Yep.
3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs. Obvious pass play. Stefan, he's in motion. Devin in the slot. Timeout by the Bulldogs. Brendan Kernan wants to rethink about this key play.
Rethink.
And Isaac, I know you can agree that defense definitely wins games.
Certainly.
And what could be Brendan Kernan be talking about?
I think the check is for $6 grand, from what I heard.
That's good to see.
Yeah. Very generous donation. So,
and also another way to keep the crowd in the game.
Keep the crowd here. It's a smaller crowd from last week's homecoming game, but the Bulldogs, I kind of see the Bulldogs were a little sloppy against Wheaton. I thought they were going to come out there and just kick butt like they did 3 weeks ago it was, and they won 20-8. It would have been 13-8 if it wasn't for an Anthony Walsh pick 6 in the final seconds. And guys, Anthony Walsh, funny story, he's been playing football all his life. That was his first ever touchdown, ever.
And yeah, that's a big game for Anthony Walsh. I mean, that's might as well call that a touchdown debut.
Yeah, and he was inches away from not being a touchdown. But yeah, all Westchester Raiders, all freshman, sophomore, junior year, no touchdowns.
Yep. Must have been a great moment for him.
Isaac, what's a great moment for you? You got any special one?
There's so many of them, and there's so many more that can be made. I just can't pick one.
Is this one of them, Isaac, being next to
this is a good moment.
Be happy, Isaac. You're on TV.
But are we?
He's here all night. 3rd and 7. Hughes, play action, and he's
Ooh, he's running it.
How is that not a helmet-to-helmet there then? But
starting to look like Ryan Swift, not really being afraid to.
A little quicker Ryan Swift though.
Yeah, a lot much quicker. But he's not afraid of that defense, and he's not afraid to rush.
speaking of, alumni, we always have Juicy J. Sam Johnson always checks in. Edwin Rios, Zach Whitkin, they check it. Ryan Swift also checks into these games.
Sir.
So if they're watching, we appreciate it. Anybody and all the fans, from Riverside, Brookfield, anywhere.
Very nice punt.
Appreciate it. G-Man.
Oh, that's actually out of bounds.
It's fine. They pinned him within their own 20. Just stop them from scoring.
Yeah, it's the key priority as of right now. Stop the Knights from scoring. 14-0, 10 minutes left in this Bulldogs second period of action. And Brandon Curtin, maybe a loss for words as of right now, talking to his
he definitely
players.
does not have a loss for words. I think he's pretty red down there.
Yeah, he's either that or, yeah, he's red.
Sam Styler over there yelling at the defense. He teaches Gov. Very great teacher. Handoff to the running back. There's Laz. He's going to get 3.
Yep, Lazar Geetman.
It's like calling Ezekiel Elliott Zeke. I'm just going to call him Lazarick.
There you go.
Wasn't there like a King Lazarick? I should look that one up.
Lazarus?
Maybe a King Lawrence. Lawrence the Fourth.
The 4th.
No, but, we do have some rappers.
SoundCloud rappers, yeah.
May Lawrence the Fourth be with you.
Oh, Laz was the athlete of the week this week.
That's something to keep note of.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
He was the athlete of the week last week for, he ran for 100 yards and 12 carries and 3 touchdowns last week against St. Edward. And on the season, 56 rushes for 510 yards and 8 touchdowns. I would assume a D1 athlete.
Yes, that sounds like D1
Remember
stats.
Justin Roel last year for
Yep.
ICCP? He went to Illinois Illinois State for college. D1, yeah, Laz definitely looking like a D1 athlete here. He is a senior, 5'9", not a tall running back, but.
Yeah, and Roel last year was amazing. Very good throw.
Oh my gosh, he's wide open. Number
And
8,
he's gone.
40, 35, 30, and he is
They're
gone.
running after him.
And this is the second time Chris Doherty was covering that
80
wide receiver
yards.
and could not catch up.
80 yards to Sean
Hipskin.
Hipskine, 6-foot wide receiver, 80-yard touchdown, and this game is
Well out of reach as of right now. 20-0. 9 minutes and 12 seconds left. Not much the Bulldogs can do right now except for go into the half and talk it over and fix whatever they got to fix.
that was
Curtin has
his
to make some changes.
first catch. Who are the Bulldogs playing next week? We're not here next week. We are. They're playing Fenton. Should be a win. That should clinch right there.
Yeah, if it's not a win tonight, it's going to be a clinch tomorrow.
But
Not tomorrow, next
after
game.
this week, next time you'll see us is in 3 weeks on Friday, October 20th, Lou Gehrig's birthday, also my grandma's birthday. It's going to
Happy
be
birthday.
military night
Happy
here.
birthday to your grandma.
That's something new. Not tonight, guys. 3 weeks.
All right, tell her in 3 weeks.
Okay. Isaac will be back in 3 weeks, too. So,
King Isaac Lawrence the Fourth.
Yes.
May Lawrence the Fourth be with you.
oh, look at that. The Bulldogs, they're
They're talking it over. They're doing what they can do as of right now.
yeah, I wouldn't know what to say. I think halftime's going to be pretty quiet for the Bulldogs.
It might be. It's a crowd silencer.
And, cheerleaders are keeping them active. Cheerleaders cheering down there. And speaking of keeping the crowd, here and loud,
In
we
the
do
game.
have a halftime show that you don't want to miss, guys. It's going to feature the RB Marching Band, the Puppets who brought their little puppets, all wearing pink. You got the twirlers, cheerleaders, so yeah, definitely a lot. You got a lot of moms out here watching their little future-to-be puppets, so.
And here's the kickoff.
Another perfect kick to
Very
Zach
good
Vile.
shallow kick. They're aiming it right for Zach Vile. And he's
trying to
struggling
dodge
out
him.
there.
He won't go down. If you were Brandon Kerner, would you move Zach Via to the back and maybe put like a Nick Del or Stefan where they keep kicking it? Or you think they're just going to... This kicker's pretty accurate. He'll find a way to get to Zach Via every time.
Maybe put Zach Via in the back and put Stefan Gminski on the right
Then
in the front, and
they
then
might
put
just kick
Del
it
Nodell in the front and the left.
They'll just kick it to the back then to like... I don't even know.
Just have Via back there.
They'll find a way. Let's put both the Vias out there. They'll never know.
You know what? Let's put Devin Hester back there.
Is he alive still?
You'll never see him.
Devin Hester, man.
Let's see if he can run it.
Here comes Hughes. Stefan in motion again. Handoff. No, Hunter Hughes QB draw.
Oh, wow. Yep, he gets
got
stopped
hit.
immediately.
He got hit hard. 4 rushes, 10 yards for Hunter. 4 completions for 40 yards and the interception. And not much to say on the Bulldogs offensive stat sheet, and defensively, not much to say either. 21-0, 3 drives, 3 touchdowns for the Knights, and they haven't even had the ball for longer than the Bulldogs.
Hey, keep notice, Via on the bottom of your screen, along with Stefan Gminski.
Moody in motion. Handoff to Moody.
Flag on the field.
I like seeing this. Moody, he's at the 30. Oh, nice stiff arm.
Oh, right into the coach.
Almost knocked the coach down.
There was an immediate flag on the play right when Moody was in motion. It might have been illegal. Yeah, that flag was called right as Moody started his audible.
And was that a smart audible? Could they have gone with that pass? Could have been a play action pass.
That's Isaac's guy, Dev Moody down there. Also plays basketball, and they're gonna call it. Yeah, they're gonna call it on Devin.
Yep.
Left a little too early on his audible.
And Devin Moody, you mentioned.
Then they're gonna call unsportsmanlike conduct, or they call roughing the passer.
Could have been roughing the passer, yeah.
Even though Hunter didn't pass the ball.
Yes, that's a interesting call by the referees.
So I think the penalties are going to decline each other.
Cancel out.
Yep.
Or they could be moving the Bulldogs back.
They're moving the Bulldogs back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rough.
Oh.
Or they might be moving them up.
This ref does not. They're going to move them up 5 yards.
And
6 yards. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, roughing the passer definitely.
Yeah, that's roughing the passer if they're moving them up that much.
First down. Yeah, I was going to say roughing the passer is a little bigger offense than offsides.
Yeah, it's a little bit
False
more.
Start. Ref was walking backwards and walking forwards like.
He didn't know what he was going to.
Didn't know what to do.
Then he had to start counting.
1st and 10, 8:21 here left in the first half of play. Hughes, 3 wide receivers set. You got Via on top. Stefan in the slot. Handoff to Nick Del Nodell, who's just brutally tackled. -1 on the play.
Oh, someone looks injured on the field.
That's your boy, Isaac.
Devin Moody.
Oh, yeah, he's hurt bad. He's limping.
Gotta hope it's not the ankle. Gotta hope it's also not any tendon.
Yep, that's not good to see.
Let's see what wide receiver replaces Devin Moody. So it's going to be G-Man, Stefan Gminski, as well as...
Zach Via, we got number 0 out there.
Number 9, we got Jake Via out there, too. Got the Via brothers. Jake Via, the 4th wide receiver on the depth chart. He's going to come into the game early, second quarter. Let's see what he can do. Hughes.
He could run it. Yeah, and gone.
Running.
Getting tripped up.
He's still going.
Might get a first down. Yep.
I think he got, it was 2nd and 13. I think he got all of those 13 yards there. A great scramble. First down.
Another man down.
Is that Nick? No, that's JJ. JJ Warren.
That's not good to see at all. And last game we saw Jake Via make an appearance when Zach Via was injured throughout the game.
Yeah, Zach Via, it's tough to see one of your faster, more athletic guys go down, but it's also awful to see an offensive lineman go down. Those are the guys who let Nick Del Nodell make his 30-yard runs.
How do you guys think these injuries could make it even worse for the Bulldogs right now?
Well, you lose priority players, and
Yeah, 5-0
need
team
them.
that's going to make the playoffs. You want to have your players. But Isaac, we are, speaking of injuries, let's thank our sponsor.
We'd like to thank and welcome Loyola Medicine to RB Sports. Beginning last season, Loyola Medicine is the sports medicine provider for the Bulldogs. Loyola Medicine, body and soul.
Isaac, can you read me a bedtime story before I go to bed, man? I love your voice.
Oh, yeah. He's got the lullaby voice. And what a great time to read that.
It's JJ
when he's
walking
going off the wall,
under his
off
own
the field.
power. That's good to see.
And he's a big player.
Big boy. Hey, what's the weight and height on JJ over there, Matt?
Yeah, it looks like J.J. Warren at 6'3", 250 pounds. He is a big player.
Hughes rolling right. Oh, he's going to just do a shuffle pass. Not expected. Hughes got 12 on the play. It was 3rd and 1. They didn't get it there. There's a shovel pass to number 21.
Are they going to go for it? 4th and 1.
That was Elliot Royer who got the catch.
Well, they're definitely going to go for it. 4th
You
and
have
1.
to.
If they want to stay in this game.
I don't think a QB sneak is there, though, because, like, look at the defensive line.
Yeah.
Massive defensive line of ICCP. You cannot QB sneak. But they've been stuffing Nick Del Nodell, too.
2 wide receivers on the right,
You
on the bottom of your screen, 1 on the top.
got Zach Vaya and G-Man. It's a pitch to Del Nodell. He's going to get it.
Well, he gets in there.
You got 5.
Sometimes you just got to cover the ball, tuck your elbow and tuck your head down and just run.
No, the pitch was smart compared to an inside handoff.
Yeah, the pitch was a very smart
Gave us
idea.
some momentum running right
Shift
away.
that defense.
They need a score here if they want any chance to stay in this game.
And you got to give it up to the D-line for the Bulldogs, shifting to the right along with that pitch. It's always good to see that. You always need that shift in the D-line to keep up with the runner.
Jake Vaya, top of your screen. G-Man in the slot. Zach Vaya running a slant through the middle. Wide open is Zach Vaya. He's going to get 4 yards.
And they're just doing what they can to keep Zach Vaya from even getting anywhere in this game.
Zach Vaya, what are your stats on the night, Matt?
Yeah, Zach Vaya is 2 for 27 right now.
That's okay.
Yeah, actually it's pretty good.
He's on
But
pace for 50 yards, and last week Zach got 73 yards, so
he's on his way, but
he just needs 1 breakout catch.
don't forget though, he was injured and he did that very quickly in the game, first and second period. And that pass just went right through a bunch of hands.
Elliot Royer, the intended receiver. Isaac, what are you seeing out here?
What I'm seeing?
Yeah, what are you seeing from the Bulldogs?
Well, what I see from the Bulldogs, they're focusing really hard on moving the ball when they should be more focused on keeping the ball and working out these defensive players and pushing back the Knights here.
Isaac, would you say the Bulldogs look calm out there, or do they look a little
They look kind of shaken.
They're frazzled.
Is that how you like your smoothies? Shaken out?
Yeah, shaken, not stirred.
I'm not a fan of smoothies. I like milkshakes more, to be honest.
I was going to say shakes, but I mean, shakes are shaken, so.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Oh.
Chocolate.
That's my favorite too. And 5 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Third and 11. Knights 46-yard line. 5:30 left in this first half of play.
Two wide receivers on the bottom of your screen.
He's rolling
Very
right.
nice.
Oh, and he's going to get
wow.
sacked for a big loss. He held on to the ball, though.
Guys, you got to give it up to this Knights defense. I mean, they're just stopping the QB.
It's going to be 4th and a mile, and the Bulldogs are sadly going to have to punt. They do not want to give the Knights the ball back. It's 4th and 20. As much as you want, like the Knights, 3 for 3 on drives, you got to go for it. You
We could be seeing a kick
really
return.
want to go for it, but then again, you know the Knights are most likely going to go for their touchdown. The Knights show no mercy. They want to get this to a 40-point lead so the clock's continuous.
Yeah, Casey and Isaac, we could be seeing a punt return touchdown. I mean, we don't know what can happen.
I would just say, Stefan, just kick a sky shot. Oh, he's going to kick a line drive. Going to let him return 34. He's at the 15. Doesn't find the edge. He's at the 18-yard line before.
That's where they want him. As long as he's behind that 20-yard line, they got a good chance of stopping him.
Yeah, that was Jacob Leiden with the return. Jacob's got 2 rushes for 26 yards, 2 catches for 26 yards on the day. His quarterback, CJ West, 4 completions, 121 yards.
121 yards for 4 completions. That's
impressive.
Very impressive. And they're lining up 3 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen, 1 on the top. They're running it right up through the middle. He's got a wide open shot.
Oh, no, he's just got to beat Stefan, who's pretty fast.
That's Lazarick. He's stepping out of bounds, and that's
32 yards there for Laz, who he's having a game.
And that's the man that was player of the week, athlete of the week.
Isaac, tell me Lazarus' stats today.
He is 7 and 71.
7 rushes for 71 yards, Matt.
And that's almost beating Zach Via's 73 yards of last game.
Yeah, I mean, last week, he's the reigning player of the week. Oh, are they testing it?
Very deep throw. He's wide open again.
And another
48 yards to the house. Lazaruk's going to be the player of the game, but then again, when you have 5 completions for 169 yards and 2 touchdowns, CJ West is giving himself a good option too.
And that's 27 at the 4 minutes, 8 second mark.
Yeah, Lazaruk, let's just read off his stats. 1 catch, 48 yards, 7 rushes, 71 yards, a rushing touchdown, a catching touchdown, and it's 20. They had the ball for 1.5 minutes.
Yeah, guys, I mean, the holes in the Bulldogs defense is they're just breaking down.
Keeping it fresh, you know, long run. You're gonna expect another run? No, we're gonna put our running back in the slot, send him down, and we're gonna throw it to him. Gonna beat. It seems like they're always wide open.
Yep.
Devin Moody's walking slowly under his own power. That's something good to look at.
Yeah, they are completely switching up each play, and it's ruining the Bulldogs defense.
So Matt, something to look forward to the second half. You know, not something that I'd like to say, but should Brendan Curtin let his junior quarterback get some reps against this team?
You know what? Shelvin might not be able to get into this game, but they might have to risk it like they did last year against Wakanda, bringing in Hunter Hughes.
I mean, he's on the sidelines, his helmet's on. He's looking at the offensive playbook right now. Is it smart to let him see reps, or is it more smart to let Hunter prepare for playoffs against a tough team?
I don't know. You know, it might be smarter for Shelvin to prepare for a tougher team.
For Hunter?
Yes.
This is 28-0. It's not looking nice here. We've seen some better times, but you know what? There is a saying: it's not over till the fat lady sings.
Still a lot of time in this game, yeah.
Yeah, and another perfect kick, and they're gonna call a flag.
Flag on the field has to do with the kicker.
I don't think there was a flag. I think it was just a re-kick. Very quiet here in the Kennelly Athletic Complex. It's a beautiful night. Little colder than I'd like, but then again, last week was like 80 degrees. So.
And the kicker, number 4, Zen Verdoklib.
His name is Zen. Well,
the T is silent.
He's got a long name.
And he's going to re-kick that ball, possibly going back to Zach Via as he floats it.
Guys, something after this kick. So Philadelphia Eagles have a kicker by the name of Jake Elliott. 5 years ago, oh my gosh, and they're going to get a touchdown.
That's not good at all.
No way.
It didn't look like the Bulldogs player touched it, though.
that was Sean Hipskind who had the 80-yard touchdown. They're going to call that a touchdown for the Knights. Fumble recovery, not an onside kick. It was just Zach Vai just didn't go for the ball.
Within seconds.
And slowly but surely, the Bulldogs are losing grasp of this victory.
I don't think that was planned, Matt. Do you?
I don't think so. It looked like he was going straight for Zach Vaya.
Why would you plan an onside kick when you're up by 28 points?
It looked like that kick was just going under a little bit.
They're going to call him down.
Yeah, it looked like it was down because I don't think the Bulldog player even touched it.
They're going to call it a recovery, though, but they're going to say he was down by something. I don't think it was down by. Oh, my gosh. Testing deep. It's Laz.
Chris Doherty losing that ball.
Doherty should have had that, I think. But recovery by Sean Hipskind. It's 28-0. But, guys, I was saying, Jake Elliott, 5 years ago, he was kicking 50-yard field goals for Lyons Township High School. And last week for the Philadelphia Eagles, he kicked a 61-yard field goal for the win. Wow. So just think about it, guys. Lyons Township 10 minutes away, and he broke the Eagles' all-time rookie record for field goal, or franchise record.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Did you say 61 yards?
61 yards by Jake
That's
Elliott.
insane. There he is again, Laz.
Oh, he's going to find.
Could he redeem that touchdown?
With speed.
15 yards for Laz right there. He's almost at the century mark, and we're not even at half yet. 86 yards. 3:49 left.
Now, is the rule that if they're up by...
If you're up by 40 points, it's a continuous clock.
So, okay, so the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, the Bulldogs had that against Fenton last year.
Yes. Yeah, it was opposite, though. The Bulldogs were winning.
Yeah, they were. Another 5-yard rush for Laz, who's 9 rushes, 91 yards. Matt, bold prediction? I'll ask Isaac. Isaac, do you think he's at 91 yards right now? Will he have 200 by the end of the game?
200, if not 200, close to it.
Close to it. Matt, what do you think?
I would say he is definitely going to get over 200. That's my bold prediction.
If we do combined yards, he's at 139 all-purpose yards. Oh, and look at that's Laz?
That's Laz, yep.
And
doing more.
Because think about it, if he can average 100 yards in the first half, there's a high chance he can average the same in the second half. So he can, if that, be at 200 or over.
And Laz's rushes, and I can give you each one of his rushes. His first few rushes were 4 yards. Then he had a 6-yard rush, a 26-yard rush, a 35-yard rush, a 15-yard rush. He's just breaking out for long, long runs.
And the QB taking his time. Very calm.
Man, there's no, just trying to kill some clock here. Hand off to Laz, and Laz finds a hole, finds the first down, gets to the 14-yard line, 5-yard rush for Laz, who is averaging 9.6 yards per carry.
Yeah, and you just gotta look at that lateral quickness. The way he gets that one step with that right foot, gets off to the right, and just shoots right up through the middle. That's something to look at. Laz.
2:12 left in the first half of play. It's a long story if you're just tuning in. All you need to know is there's a guy on the other team. He wears number 22. His name's Lazarick Eatman. And he's been eating the Bulldogs.
And you can see Devin Moody on the sideline now, limping around a little bit, but he's up.
Oh, look, Vaughn Hope now getting treatment on his leg. He was my X factor for the Bulldogs.
Well,
I'm glad I didn't say Devin Moody was my other X factor, because I did want to say that, but Devin Moody also got hurt, so I'm glad I didn't.
There's still always a man on the mission, though.
There's
Always.
Oh, look at that. A QB draw and a
That's
sack
a first.
for number 57 on the Bulldogs with the sack. Andrew Mirko. He is a 6'1", 180-pound junior.
Yeah, and 180 pounds. I mean, you're lucky if you can move fast at that kind of weight at the QB position, especially in high school. But
yeah.
And the coaches yelling at the Bulldogs defense.
Matt, in the locker room, is it going to be dead silence or are they going to have a talk?
There's going to be a talk.
There's
always a talk.
Yelling or calm?
Yeah.
Yelling?
It's going to be calm, and then there's going to be yelling. Because they got to hype them up somehow. These guys got to get some energy, and this crowd's got to get back into the game.
Do you feel there's a point where the Bulldogs are losing hope?
Oh, yeah, last quarter.
Oh.
Last few seconds of the last period. That's when they lose hope.
I think on that onside kick, that wasn't supposed to be an onside kick. I think that was just a kick when you were down.
Yeah, that's just, yeah.
The crowd's still here. They're waiting for the mini puppets. I mean, I'm waiting for the mini puppets, guys. It's pink out. I didn't get the memo. Isaac did.
It's going to be an exciting
Speaking of pink, my
halftime.
love Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October. How the NFL, a lot of them wearing pink, supporting a great cause.
Yep. All the accessories are pink.
Yeah, love it. So much pink, and it just all goes to support
Breast cancer.
Breast Cancer Foundation. We got 40 seconds left. 3rd and 9 for the Knights, who are still going to keep going for a touchdown. Isaac?
And we got.
Here we go. He's looking deep. Oh, he's going to have a guy wide
That's
open.
a very nice pass. Wow. He's
Did
losing
not
it, though.
make it.
Overthrew number 13. That is
Khalil Sanders.
yeah,
Khalil
close.
Sanders.
Yeah, who's got 1 catch for 50 yards. They're going to bring out the kick team, and the kicker is really good, so I'm going to assume he's going to make it.
Yeah, I mean,
If you can consistently kick the ball to the same spot every single time without trying.
Very
good
accurate.
wow, imagine the kicker going from like the 50-yard line, kicking it, and making it in.
Yeah, that was Jake Elliott last week for the Eagles.
Yeah, Jake Elliott.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in high school, though. that's amazing.
Talent.
And this kick is up, and it is good.
Yep, that's a good kick.
31-0 in favor of the Knights. Isaac, any final words before halftime?
I just personally think the Bulldogs need to take a long talk about their game plan during this halftime show.
Now, Isaac, pretend you're the head coach without yelling. What are you telling the Bulldogs?
Without yelling?
It's a bold thing to say. Casey, you can join in on this too.
Guys, they're beating you on your home field out there, and we're getting embarrassed, but let's leave with our dignity and our tails up.
Wise words from Casey Valletta.
Yep, spoken like a true coach. And they're probably going to kick it back to Zach Villa.
Guys, are we sure that this other team's not like a Texas school? Because they're playing like they from Texas.
They're playing
Yeah,
big.
they're playing top notch.
Yeah.
I mean, their state ranking was 50. It's a very good ranking compared to ours at 105.
Not.
Which is also good, but
Yeah. Oh, look at that, a little deeper, but still the Zach Villa who catches it. He's at the 30, and he didn't find the edge there. Hunter Hughes is going to have 24.5 seconds. I would just knee it. No, there's no way. Like, someone's going to get hurt, or you're going to throw an interception, or you just knee it. Take it.
you know what?
You
I'm
want to
gonna
go
say
for it?
Yeah, I'm going to say go
it.
for it. But you're risking
You're risking
an
someone getting
interception
hurt.
or something like
I mean,
that.
Devin is Devin on the field? I don't know. Right now, I couldn't answer that.
It looks-
Devin,
Nah, Devin's on the bench.
yeah. We got the Via Bros and Stefan on the field. With I would assume Elliot Royer's out there at tight end, and he is going for it. Hughes is gonna run it himself. He's got an edge at the 40, 45.
Very nice
midfield.
run.
Yeah, he got 17 yards there.
Well, they have a slight chance at possibly getting a touchdown here.
Now, what's it say when your quarterback has more yards than your running back in less attempts? Hughes, 6 rushes, 39 yards. Nick Delano, 8 rushes, 21 yards.
Well, you can't blame that on the Bulldogs offense. You just got to say, you know what, the defense is doing really good at stopping the running back and not paying attention as much as to the quarterback.
Hughes getting blitzed. A completion to Nick Del Nodell, his first catch, 5-yard gain.
Clock's stopped at 9.5 seconds.
Let's do some quick stats. Hunter Hughes, 7 completions for 49 yards. And on the other end, CJ West, 6 completions, 172 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
Not a clear favorite here. I think Hunter will come back, have a strong second half, throw for a few touchdowns. I think Stefan will get one of them. Just like a nice long touchdown because he'll use his speed. And, you know, maybe Nick will get in the action with maybe a 2-yard rushing touchdown.
There's always hope, right?
Yeah.
I believe in hope.
The last hope.
Hope occurs, especially in football.
Isaac, do you believe in miracles?
Always.
Do you
Here?
believe in Hail Marys? Because we might be seeing one.
We got 9.5 seconds left, and 3 wide receivers. None of them are really tall. Jake Vaya is almost 6 feet.
Look at that defense.
And look at this
And
Stop. Yep.
sack. The Bulldogs have a timeout left, and they're not going to use it.
0 seconds.
Yep.
Brennan Curtin walking, looking at his watch. And you know what? We are here, kind of at a complex. It is 31-0, but the score doesn't matter. You got a great halftime show coming up featuring the mini Puppets in pink. We got the marching band, the regular Puppets, the
twirlers.
cheerleaders, the twirlers, and it's going to be great. I'm Casey Valletta,
I'm Isaac Lawrence.
And I'm Matt
and
Angio.
we'll see you in the second half. Welcome, RBTV sports fans, back to RBTV Game of the Week. We have the Riverside Brookfield Bulldogs against the defending 3A state champion, ICCP Knights. If you're looking at the bottom of your screen right now, don't. What you see, these are not the droids you see.
Yep. These are not the droids you are looking for. And the Bulldogs are going to re-kick this ball. But we know from Brendan Curtin's experiences in the past, he knows how to hype up this team, especially for the second half when they're down by this much.
Okay.
And we all know that if they get over 40 points of a lead, they will be on nonstop
Continuous clock. Yeah. Guys, I'm Casey Vlett alongside Matt Angio and the rookie Isaac Lawrence in his debut. Sum up this game, Lazarick Eatman. If you don't know him, you should. He's a D1 recruit and 11 rushes for 98 yards and a touchdown, 2 catches for 51 yards and a touchdown. His quarterback, not too bad either, CJ West, 6 completions, 172 yards, 2 touchdowns. I don't know the math because, you know, but that's pretty good.
That's a lot. I'll tell you right now, CJ and Laz, Batman and Robin.
You know what? I do know the math. It's around 30 yards per completion.
There you go.
A lot of weird stuff happened in the first half. A lot of guys on this on these Knights, 1 catch, but for 50 and 80 yards. And there's an onside kick that wasn't supposed to be an onside kick, and there's Laz again, and 12 yards puts him over the century. That wasn't even Laz. They got the backup in.
They got a backup in. That's number 20, Kyle Franklin.
No, he's a freshman.
Yep, he's a freshman. They took Laz out.
They got to put Laz in for 2 more rushing yards. He's got to hit the century mark.
He's got to get at least over 200. I mean, if we want that bold prediction to go through, as that run gets stuffed.
Kyle Franklin on his first run, he's a freshman playing against the Bulldogs' first string. Looks pretty good for a and he's only 5'6". Like, get out of here, Kyle.
Big moment for him.
Who do you think you are?
And on the bottom of your screen, Chris Doherty, number 28.
I'm seeing a lot of backups. Our number 8, Sean Hipskin, 1 catch, 80 yards and a touchdown. You got Callie Sanders, 1 catch, 50 yards and touchdown. There's another handoff.
Franklin again.
Yeah, I think that's Franklin. Number, you know, I wish he had a different.
20, yep. He's stocky.
Yeah, he's got 3 rushes for 18 yards. I mean, he's trying to catch up to Laz.
And who knows, he could.
Please don't say that.
It's possible.
I mean, anything's possible. We might score 31 points.
That could happen too.
It could happen.
Okay, let me see 7 first. Guys, don't get me wrong. I think we are going to score this game.
Are you sure about that one, though, Casey?
Isaac, I'm not betting anything.
I'm going to go out there and say that we're going to tie the game.
On a last second.
4 minutes left in the 4th period. By that time, it's going to be 31-31.
Curtin would have had to give them a heck of a conversation for that to happen.
You know what? I wish I could see what went down in that locker room. But if they can get a stop, because right now there's been 5 drives for the Knights. 5 times they have scored the ball.
Michael Jordan can do it in Space Jam. We can do it.
You know what, guys? I don't know if what I saw just happened, but 3 and out for the Knights.
Yep, they're getting stopped.
That was a drop by Callie Sanders, but 3 and out by the Bulldogs.
Would that have happened, though, if Laz was in the game? We don't know. Maybe it would have been a first down.
You know what? Something that's funny, they're going for it.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for it.
Unless their quarterback's just the punter, but I think they're going for it. 4th and 9.
They got Vaya in the safety.
Their quarterback's the punter.
He can do anything, huh?
There's Zach Vaya. You don't want him to have the ball. He's at the 35.
He's trying to get around them, but the defense is just staying with him the whole time.
What was that?
That was a whammy hit.
Yeah, it was a half wham.
Yeah, I'll call it a half wham. Vaya's hurt. Oh, wow. Yep, he's holding his arm.
Another bad injury for the Bulldogs.
And he's out again. Especially last game, he was hurt.
Now, I don't want to say this, but Zach Vaya seems to be injury prone. Not good.
And head trainer William Fry's not out there.
All right, give him the night off. No, there he's right there. We're all good.
Approaching.
Oh, yeah, you know, I couldn't even notice him with his hat on.
Yeah, I know. We got Hunter Hughes out there, 4 wide set. Elliot Royer is in the wide receiver. He's in the slot. He's looking for Royer, connects to Royer.
Royals, he's pushed immediately.
I think it was for a yard at most.
Well, you know what? They might be putting Joe Shelvin out there. It's possible.
No yards for that Royer to Hughes. So now Elliot Royer, 2 catches for 0 yards.
Yeah, that defense is just stopping him immediately.
Delnadell on the backfield. Maybe a run. It's a pitch. Delnadell looking for a little room. He found some. He got 5 yards. Nick Delnadell, 9 rushes for 26 yards.
And to be completely honest, if they keep doing that, slowly but surely, they're going to get across that field.
Let's hope so.
But time is not on their side right now.
Not at all.
They're almost at midfield for the first time all game. Usually it's the Bulldogs not being able to stop. Usually we're saying can the Bulldogs defense let the other team get past midfield? Hunter Hughes.
Oh,
No, Royer
dropped it.
Gonna bring up a 4th down. Go for it, Matt, just for some pride.
You know what? If you want to
No.
be smart,
You kicking the ball?
yeah, you're kicking the ball.
And they're gonna kick the ball.
Yeah, that's a smart decision because you're down by so much. You don't want to get down even more.
Yeah, because the other team's gonna score, I think. Hey, there's Elliott. I'm thinking of Ezekiel Elliott. No, that is Lazarick.
Yep, they're of course going to have him in the back. He seems to be the fastest player on that team for the Knights.
He's been a powerhouse
Even
for the
though he
team
doesn't
all
look
night.
fat, like he's just agile. Like I would think Stefan Gaminsky would beat him in a race, but
Maybe
Stefan
not.
kicked. Laz is gonna just watch it.
We could say that Laz is he's like Megatron.
Just a little stockier version of Megatron.
Yep. He's either that or he's half fighter jet, half tank.
Good combination to have.
Maybe he's just like a little quicker version of Alon Carter.
Ooh.
Ah.
Yep.
The boot.
The boot, Alon Carter. Yeah, that
yeah,
guy can kick.
He could. Stefan Gaminsky is now the new punter, but yeah, Alon Carter, I remember him. 2 years ago. 9:13 left, second half of play. 31-0 still. 2 quick drives already by each team. Still all the starters are in. I think that's Laz in the backfield. I really hope it is. And it's got to be. No, it's Franklin. And look at him. 15 yards for Franklin again. The freshman.
He's just going right up through the sides.
Matt, am I reading that right? Franklin's got
4 rushes for 33 yards. He's already catching up.
Yeah, he's already got a third of what Laz got. Maybe Laz is on the sideline. Put me in, coach. I can't be shown up by the freshman.
Make me athlete of the month.
Yeah, here's the freshman again. Found another
Moving.
inside gap. Got
Jeez.
5 yards.
The defense just, they can't stop him.
He's averaging almost 8 yards per carry. Laz is averaging 9.5 yards per carry.
The Bulldogs, I mean, they got to play like a man coverage or at least a man zone or blitz.
Well,
they got to blitz.
When you blitz, they find a guy wide open for an 80-yard touchdown. When you
Yeah.
play man-to-man, they hand it off the running back for 15 yards.
Impeccable strategy by the Knights. it
Wow,
seems.
Isaac, you're using words that are not in my vocabulary.
Yeah, I mean, the Knights QB, he audibles immediately. If that happens, he can see that blitz, and then he will audible it and pass it down the field.
You know, guys, I'll say something that's good. There's no one on the injured table.
That's good.
That's great.
We got Devin Moody over there sitting near some trainers, but they're not doing it.
He seems to be,
He seems to be recovering.
he probably won't play for the rest of the game, though.
He did return from after he got hurt the first time, but maybe he's sitting next to Vaughn Hilp, who also was left the game hurt.
Would you rather keep him out for the rest of the game or risk having him injured for the rest of the season, though?
I don't know, but all I hope is that there's a fumble, but no, it's a 10-yard rush by CJ. That's his.
Look at that rush.
You gotta think of CJ too. He's got 3 rushes for 35 yards and a rushing touchdown.
Jeez,
Could CJ West be the player of the game? 3. He's got.
He definitely is in my mind
over
right
Laz,
now.
Over Laz.
Yes, I think so. 6 passes for 172 yards, 2 touchdowns,
And a
3
rushing.
rushes, 35 yards, and a touch. Wow. He's I think he's the man on the mission. He's the man that's trying to get to the moon tonight.
Franklin's already almost at the halfway mark to a century. 7 rushes, 41 yards for the freshman. 5'6", he's my height. Yeah. Okay. Maybe give me a little half-inch above him. I want to be smaller than the freshman. Oh, you know what? Look at this. A fake, and the quarterback, CJ, is just going to take it himself. And look at that.
He's
got blocked.
Wow. He
Fumble.
loses the ball, though.
And you know
Bulldogs
what?
get the ball. Recovered by Chris Doherty, number 28.
Matt, you just have to keep shouting at your friends.
Bulldogs in a celebratory moment.
You know, maybe that was number 26. But you know what? It was number 28. You are right.
Hey, man, you got to give it up to him. He's a sophomore, and he's playing like a varsity player.
You know, that was another 10-yard rush, though. Just saying.
And that's,
You know, the crowd that is still here, they are cheering. It's like a White Sox game, guys.
yep, they need to get these guys back in the game.
Kidding. The 12th man is still all here.
They're doing their best.
Del Nodell, another run, another -1 yards.
All right, there needs to be some kind of change in this offense. Something's got to change.
Hunter Hughes, I think he's still out there. He is.
They got Royer along with the wide receivers.
They have stopped ICCP's offense twice in a row. Not their first string, though, their second string. Hughes.
Very quick snap. Oh, that
was
pass is off.
Yeah, scrolling to the other side off of his back foot. Tried
hard.
hitting G-Man, not an easy play.
And he's usually top-notch with that kind of pass. But it just,
You guys know that Stefan Kaminsky is getting recruited by Robert Morris College?
I think he deserves it. He's a very good player.
Yeah.
He's definitely showcased it in many games that he's proven the player that he is. Proven to be the player that he is.
Blitz coming. Hughes. Oh, it could be interception.
Could be losing that ball.
Oh, it was a fight for the ball, and Zach Via said, no more turnovers for us. I'll take my 2 yards.
That's the key for the rest of the game, I think. Don't get any more turnovers on offense, because that's going to seal the deal.
You saw that there was like a fight for the ball, and Zach just said no.
Yeah.
Hughes, 9 completions for 51 yards and an interception. Zach Via, 3 catches for 29 yards. A subpar night for both of them, but the game's far from over. We are in the 3rd quarter still.
But they're stopping the Knights.
I mean, look at that. It's not even, we can tell that Laswick might be done for the game because the backup punt returner's in. That was a nice kick.
Very nice kick.
That's number 34. He finds 25.
Moving.
30.
Yeah, that can't happen, though. You got to get that guy down immediately.
Yeah, that is lit. Yeah, Isaac, you were right there. Or one of, that was Isaac.
And 5 minutes and 17 seconds left in the 3rd period of action.
The clock is just going so slow, man.
Yep, it's
Yep, 5
tough.
and a half minutes left.
what are the coaches thinking for the Bulldogs? What do they got to do?
Let's hope Fenton's a little easier. Here's the freshman.
Yeah, Franklin.
8.
Jeez. He's still up, though. Oh,
my
wow.
God.
He's still
He's
up.
gone.
He's going to.
He's gone.
Definitely
He's
he's
gone.
gone. He could be
He's
going for
gone.
a touchdown.
25,
And
20, 15,
that's a
10.
touchdown. Oh,
man.
no.
That is not good. His knees never touched the ground.
The freshman just went 68 yards at Matt.
Wow.
He just passed up.
He just passed up Laz, didn't he? Wow.
Wow.
Matt,
8 rushes for 119 yards. The freshman is only, wow,
109 yards.
Doing big things.
109 yards.
The freshman on 8 carries, 109 yards and a touchdown.
He's
For the
only been
freshman.
here for 7 minutes now.
8 minutes.
Yeah.
No, 7. You're right. Yeah. I mean, if Laz is like, put me in, I'm losing to the freshman now, and he's been in for 7 minutes. I want to see Laz. Like, come on.
This is very close to almost a continuous clock.
So if he's a freshman, D1?
I don't know. I mean,
To be honest.
if you're passing up Athlete of the Week who's a senior
And going
at the freshman
D1,
level, yeah, I don't know.
There's potential there.
Well, man,
There is
next year
potential.
when we play ICCP on the road, you go to that game, tell me how he did.
I will do that for you.
Isaac, when you're here next year still? I'm kidding, Isaac. Isaac, you're going places.
Always.
You're going somewhere. Aren't we all?
Let's sure hope so.
And
4:59 left. It is
Yep.
a 38-0 game. One more score by the Knights, and it'd be continuous clock the entire rest of the game. No matter if the Bulldogs make it less than 40 or even tied it up, it would be continuous clock the rest of the game.
it's all about hope right now.
Let's
Hope
hope.
and defense.
Let's hope the Bulldogs haven't lost all their hope at this point.
Well, they got Sam Gomez being looked at by the trainer. Not on the table, but they're looking at his legs.
Something has got to change.
This was just a good team.
Either something or everything has got to change.
I wouldn't say, well, I mean, they're going to go to the film tomorrow at like 8 a.m. on a Saturday. I mean, they got commitment. They did nothing wrong the first 5. Okay, well, last week was a little hiccup. Like, I was a little surprised, too.
Yeah. Well, that's the first kick going to.
It's the exact value, though.
Oh, they're going to give to him, though.
He's got a little room to run.
Yeah,
no, he
he's
goes
stuck.
to the 25.
Well, this is something good for the Bulldogs, I think. It's never good to lose, but it's always good to learn from your mistakes. Like you just said, they're going to go and look at this tape, and this could possibly never happen again throughout the season.
Okay, Matt, in 3 weeks when we come back here for military night, what do you want to see different?
I want to see a very strict defense, something that's not going to have open holes and is, going to close those gaps.
Well, I mean,
Not going to let any wide receivers wide open. They might have to switch a few players on the defense. Defensive line is doing just fine. The offensive line is doing just fine. Hunter Hughes is doing what he can to keep this team going.
yeah, but can't you give credit to C.J. Weston and Laz? Because, I mean, they've been just – you could never tell what play was coming next. There was no pattern.
Well, those two players might not be able to get stopped because there's some players, like in every sport, that just physically and, mentally you can't stop them.
Hunter Hughes better look from behind. Don't lose the ball. He got 6 yards. 7 rushes for 45 yards for Hughes. 11 rushes for 22 yards for Nick Del Nodell. Next week will be a lot different, guys. It's at Fenton. Fenton has, last year against Fenton, I think we won by 50.
Yeah.
They'll clinch the playoffs next week, most likely, guys. And
But
again,
something's going to get learned from this game. Mistakes will always be made, but you learn from your mistakes.
I think if they can score a touchdown against this team, they can have a little happiness. Not happy, but a little hope. Oh,
Yeah.
Stefan should have caught that. I'm kind of glad he didn't, though, because he could have got whammied. And
Whammied. I don't think we want to see another whammy on the Bulldogs.
yeah, no, I don't want to see another injury.
This ball is going to get punted, though. Looks like it's going down to number 34 in the back for the Knights. Like you said before, Laz is not out there.
Yeah, no, 3:39 left in this first. It's the third. Oh, Stefan just skied that one.
Ooh, that's
Oh, but it did. Oh, wow. Look at that lucky bounce Stefan got.
could have been good for the Bulldogs because number 5 on the Knights almost got hit by that ball. That was Max Cook.
Well, we got a break in the action, so
We'd like to welcome Loyola Medicine to RB Sports. Beginning last season, Loyola Medicine is the sports medicine provider for the Bulldogs. Loyola Medicine, body and soul.
now who's that little Sparky in the sweatshirt running the ball off for the Bulldogs? Can we put him in pads and
Get him in there.
I want to see some. I want to see the future.
The future of the Bulldogs.
I saw the future puppets.
Sparky the ball runner.
Handoff.
Oh, that's Franklin, but that's the first time we've seen him get stopped immediately right there.
Yeah, he got 0 yards there. You know, that makes his stats look a lot worse. 9 rushes for 109 yards.
Wow.
2nd and 10. I really want to see Laz because I wanted to. I mean, if you combine them, they're at 200 total yards.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we can make that a bold prediction. Can they get over 400 yards?
Oh, there's no way. Oh, my
Combined?
gosh. Well,
Combined, yep.
look at him just knock down guys. He found the edge. Oh,
Oh,
guys.
my God, he's
Oh,
a
no.
tank. Look at him
Oh,
go.
no.
50, 45,
Oh, no.
40, 35, 30, down at the 27-yard line. That was a rush for
Wow.
48 yards. 46.
That clock went down to 2 minutes and 43 seconds. That man needs a jetpack. Well, maybe the best key for the Bulldogs defense is to tie some cinder blocks on that man's ankles because he runs very fast.
And they're going to, why not hand it off to him again? And he'll get another 4 yards. You want to say his stats, or should we let Isaac?
Isaac, do the honors.
Franklin is 11 and 49. 11 rushes, 159 yards.
Wow.
Touchdowns. Wait.
Yeah.
That's 11 rushes for 159 yards.
He's
Matt
a
Forte?
freshman.
We
Jordan
see Matt
Howard?
Forte here? Or Jordan Howard. Yeah, Jordan Howard had a very good game for the Chicago Bears.
Well, Matt, you're like, maybe they can get 400. And I'm like, haha, funny. Well, right now, 160 plus 98 is, give me a second, 258.
There you go.
So there are 150, and we're not even at the fourth
I
quarter
think
yet.
it's possible, Casey.
It
you
is.
guys may be
It is
underestimating
sad to say
it,
that it is very possible.
but 400 combined yards.
Just rushing combined yards.
Yeah, rushing.
Not to mention his almost, he's got 72 passing yards.
Yeah, that's QB. 2 touchdown passes and 1 for himself on the rush. Like you said, he's 4 for 45. 4 rushes and 45 yards. And that's a QB, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, he does have something negative. He has a fumble loss.
That's true, but I think 38-0 cancels out the fumble. As there's a timeout.
Yeah, Vaughn Helps putting on street shoes. He's done for the game. Devin Moody, haven't seen him get off the bench. He's also done for the game.
Now, I wouldn't say put in the bench players now. I'd say probably put them in the
Fourth
last
quarter, yeah. Maybe the
6
last
minutes,
yeah.
maybe. Yeah. You know, play half of the quarter with your starters, and then just give the guys on the bench some experience, especially against a very tough team.
Yeah.
Possibly, getting them ready for the next game. And
For a hard team. Next
Yeah.
game's against Fenton. I mean,
well, yeah, for a hard team, yeah, you're right.
Isaac, for your first game, are you not entertained?
Should I be?
I mean,
Are you
we have
entertained?
we got a freshman who's done 12 rushes for 160 yards and a touchdown. The senior who's going D1 has got 11 rushes for 98 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like, I'd be
Well, of course, the Knights
Oh,
are.
and they have another
Oh.
touchdown here, right?
Yeah.
Touchdown.
Oh, wow. He just,
Out of bounds.
you know what? That
You just need 1 foot down. So if you reviewed it, I might give him the touchdown. But
I don't know. It looked like he might have been out.
I mean, guys, like it matters. It's the end of the game, last second.
The Knights are just putting on an amazing game out here, it seems. And the Bulldogs just don't seem to be able to compete.
Isaac, should I get the transfer orders ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Isaac, do you agree with me on my bold prediction that for a combined rushing yards, 400 yards, is that possible?
Yes, if they keep playing Franklin the way they are, it's happening.
And,
Oh, man, look at that man, wide
Hey,
open.
you know who that was? Was that Laz? It was.
Oh, Laz,
Laz.
adding on to the
Laz said,
statistics.
"Coach, put me back in." Go. That was a 4th down. So
Well, guys, they're going to keep running this clock. Yep, they're going to run this clock. And this is possibly the end for the Bulldogs because I don't think they can come back from this 44-0. I mean, I agree they might be able to score, but there's a very
much.
slim chance that they can even get back in this game.
Okay, Matt, read me all the stats. So this is CJ West stats. 7 completions for...
195 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Okay, give me Laz's rushing stats.
11 rushes for 98 yards, 1 touchdown.
And here's his receiving stats.
3 receptions. Wow. 3 receptions for 74 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's insane.
And not to mention the freshman, 12 carries, 160 yards and a touchdown.
Jesus.
Like, who's the player? I might just combine everyone.
You want? We could just combine all the
We
yards.
still have a fourth quarter for the player of the game. You know, it's a throw up. You know, you got Laz, the quarterback who's got a rushing touchdown himself.
Yeah. 4 for 45 right now.
Okay, guys, we're gonna make a bold prediction as a squad. So the most points ICC has scored this year has been 67. They won 2 weeks ago against Chicago Christian, 67-17. They're at 45. We got a quarter left. They're gonna be 67. It's 3 more touchdowns.
Wow.
I don't think the Bulldogs will allow that.
No.
That would just completely diminish their pride.
I think
mean,
that,
the
and I
pride
think
is
it could
not
possibly ruin their whole season.
Yeah.
I think it might just drain all the motivation out.
ICCP, they're not a friendly school. I mean, I bet they are. They probably got some nice guys there. I bet if I go talk to Les, he'll take me to Starbucks and buy it. But, I mean, no mercy. We are going to play to win. Another kick. Oh, my gosh. If they recover this, I think they recovered it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, at that point, it's just over.
Bulldogs have it. Joe Sheldon is taking the field, I think. No? Hunter is not on the field. It's going to be Joe. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Hunter Hughes.
Time.
Here's Hunter Hughes' final line, Matt.
9 passes for 51 yards and 1 interception. And running for 7 to 45 yards.
Subpar night. Hunter last week had 17 completions out of 20 passes for 153 yards and 1 touchdown.
And there's a
That's
little
number
flip.
24. I think that might be the no name from 2 weeks ago.
Yep, it looks like it.
Yeah, 24 not on the roster. So,
That's a no-namer.
you
but
no name.
Well, you got to give it up to, the Knights. They played a very good game. Obviously, this clock's going to run out for the third quarter. But, also you got to give it up to the Bulldogs. They're not giving up yet. You can't blame anyone on this team for, the game that it's become. But they're trying still. That's all you got to give them.
The hope is still
They've
there.
made mistakes, but they're playing a very good team. They're playing the state champions.
Yeah.
And it's being known, 45-0.
Guys, you think they're going to repeat? I mean, it's not easy to be a state champion, but this is a pretty good team.
With the playing I'm seeing from the Knights, I'm saying they would be able to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I think they have a chance.
And guys, if you're not doing anything this weekend, like Saturday or Sunday, like me, got nothing this weekend, I'm going to turn this back on and rewatch everything all over again because, I love seeing Lazarus Eatman. I love seeing CJ West. And, I really like to see Kyle Franklin. So, you know what? I'm going to turn back on RBTV tomorrow, 7:05, Saturday and Sunday, both nights because, I just love listening to Isaac and Matt. And I'm going to watch it again because, you know what? It's going to be on tomorrow and Sunday, 7:05. Turn it on. Because, Bears are off. So, and why would you watch the Bears anyway? Mitch isn't even playing. Guys, poll in Twitter, Mitchell Trubisky over Mike Lennon. Yep.
Yeah, Mike Lennon's, he's got to go. I mean, that upset against the Packers just...
Upset.
Yeah, it was an upset.
Upset.
Well,
Upset's when the loser wins.
Yeah. There's Shelvin
I want to
backing up again.
Oh,
Almost intercepted. Wow.
Should have been an interception. Didn't, but I really want to see. I really like Hunter. He's a great guy. He's my friend, Hunter Hughes. Great guy, great quarterback. You should have seen. Go back on YouTube, watch the Hunter Hughes game against Wakanda last year. You'll love him, guys. 21-point deficit, come back and win. Hunter's got some great parents, great grandparents. what a story the kid has. Go on and on about him, but
Well,
I really want to see Joe succeed, but I don't want Joe to show up Hunter.
I don't think. Well, I mean, I'd like to have some faith in Joe, but a 45-point deficit. That, I mean.
Oh my gosh, guys, is that? I thought that was the kicker, Colin Riordan, 33. Okay, nice kick. I really thought that was Colin. I'm like, oh, are they having fun putting the kicker in? Because you know what, Colin Riordan, also a good friend of mine. He's the kicker. We've seen him once this game, the opening kickoff.
Yep, that was it. And he's a very good kicker too.
Yeah, really good. You know, before the game, you saw him kicking 30, 40. I think it was like, you know, he's hitting probably got a 35-yard field goal.
Yeah.
It's looking good. He kicks extra points, you know, everything you could ask for in a kicker. He's had one play this game.
Yeah. That's that goes to show you that the Knights, they just brought it. They brought that game. Nothing much you can do if you're on the Bulldogs side.
Yep. We got the backup Knights quarterback in. That's number 12. Tommy Ryan, the sophomore. And so CJ West's Knights done. He played guys, he only played 3 quarters. Didn't hit 200 yards. I mean, yeah, what a shame. You know, CJ West, man, awful night, right? That's here his final line.
Awful night. You're trying to be funny, aren't you?
Oh, dude, Isaac's here. I gotta
Well,
kind
listen.
of look funny.
CJ, the QB for the Knights, 7 passes for 195 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 times rushing, 45 yards, and another touchdown.
Hey, but he did have the fumble loss, man, due to yeah.
Don't bring up the fumble. You don't want to bring this guy's stats down.
You know what? I would say, you know, I don't want to see Kyle get hurt, but you know, the freshman's still out there. He's got 160 yards, and he's only played a quarter.
Yeah, he's insane.
We might be seeing the best game so far by this freshman, and it's only his 6th game ever. And here he goes.
Yep. That's another time that we've seen him stuffed again.
Yeah, that was like 2 yards, I'd say.
And the clock is still going to keep going. It won't stop.
Okay, Matt, here's maybe our last time for a bold prediction, because we know that Kyle Franklin is not going to get taken out of the game. He has no backup. He is the backup.
Yeah.
Will he make it over 200 rushing yards? He's at 162 right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Will he make it over 225?
No. No, I don't think so.
It's not
You know what,
happening.
Isaac, you can join in too.
But combined yards for 400, can that happen?
45 plus 98 plus 162 is pretty close. Oh my
wow,
God.
he's still up. Franklin, jeez, he's the bulldozer.
Let's do some addition, guys.
That kid does not stop. He keeps on going. They're just going to keep giving it to Franklin. I mean, what I always love to say, slowly but surely.
Okay, if we
Get up
do
the field.
the quarterback's rushing yards, Franklin's rushing yards, and Eatman's rushing yards, we're at 310.
Well, you need 90 more. Why not put
According to you guys, it's not happening, but I'll say sure. I think Franklin, if he breaks out for another long rush at touchdown, he'll be at practically 250. Because they're just going to hand off the ball. You want?
Oh,
never mind. We're going to have.
that's a different quarterback out there.
Yeah.
That's number 12 for the Knights, Tommy Ryan,
That was 13-yard run by Ryan.
sophomore.
Guys.
Yeah,
Let's keep the total ready.
that total is going to be going up and down.
I'm going to get a calculator, guys. We're going to keep you updated on this. Because this is not good if you're a Bulldogs fan, but, I mean, it's interesting.
I mean, we're seeing something.
We're at 323 right now,
interesting.
guys.
Yep. 323. As we get down to 6 minutes and 30 seconds left, he's running around Franklin.
Uh-oh.
Around the sides. Jeez, look at him go. Stopped out of bounds. And again, they're not going to stop that clock.
Let's see where they mark him down.
That's definitely a first down.
They gave him, add 18 to his total. He's at 185 yards.
And they're just getting closer and closer to that end zone, or what we like to call the red zone.
Guys, he's going to hit 200 pretty soon.
Maybe.
Counter, Matt.
Maybe on this play.
341 rushing yards combined by the team. What a performance by the Knights. Another handoff. Never mind. It's oh,
Ooh.
no whammy. Oh,
Looks like that was Tommy Ryan again for
Yeah.
the rush. But he's not going to get a gain. Very dead crowd.
you know, they're still here though. We've got some loyal fans.
Yeah, everybody's still here, but
Yeah.
Some seem to be leaving.
Yeah.
I think once you get to around 3 minutes left, that's what we'd like to say, warm up the cars.
All right.
Start the buses, but we're home.
Yeah, we're home.
5 minutes left. It's going to be tough to get 58 more yards. Not if you're Kyle Franklin, and I'll run for 4 more yards. 16 carries, 189 yards.
And
Matt, does Kyle Franklin in 2 quarters win player of the game honors over somebody like Lazarus, who's got 3 touchdowns, or CJ West, who's got 4?
that's a tough thing to say.
He's a freshman. He did it in 2 quarters.
Yeah, he's a freshman.
He did it in 2 quarters.
And he's got 189 yards. I mean, he's very close to getting 200. Player of the game, I think as of right now, he's side by side with, CJ West, who, of course, he's got 7 passes for 195 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Uh-oh, Matt, look at him go.
Oh, Franklin.
He's over 200 here. He's down at the 23-yard line. That was a 23-yard gain. That would put him at 212 yards.
Well, there you have it, my friends. He,
He hit the 200.
the man on the mission, has made it to the moon. And for the Bulldogs, Houston, we have a problem.
You know what? There's 24 yards to the end zone. There's 31 yards to get to the total of 400. So they're not going to make it unless they get the ball back, which
And get 10 more yards,
yeah. But 17 carries, 212 yards for the freshman. And you know what? Hand it off to him again. And he'll pick up 3 more yards. 372 yards. Wow. Matt, what's 372 plus 195? Well, 572 minus 5 is 567. 567 total yards right now. By
Jeez. Wow.
almost 1,000 yards. Halfway to 1,000. Over halfway to 1,000.
Wow.
Oh, look at
Franklin
that. Franklin didn't want to take the. He
Oh.
got lost.
Yep, they brought him all the way
He
back.
lost 4 yards there.
And that's his first loss of yards.
You know what? I'm kind of having fun just watching the freshman here. 2:25 left. And you know what time it is, guys? It's time for your player of the game.
Yeah.
Isaac, you're here. Who's your vote for player of the game?
I'm going with Franklin, man.
You got Franklin.
Like showing tremendous talent as a freshman with that little amount of time. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 quarters, Isaac's saying the freshman who's got 19 carries for 211 yards and a touchdown. Matt, who's your vote go to?
You know what? I'm going to totally agree. Kyle Franklin, definitely the player of the game. Freshman, 5'6", 165 pounds. The kid's unstoppable. I don't know what to tell you, but he's definitely a player of the game.
You know, I wasn't going to think that anyone could beat Lazarus Eatman, and then I saw CJ West. I've got 4 touchdowns, 7 completions, 195 yards, 3 touchdowns. I'll rush for a touchdown and 50 yards. But look at Kyle Franklin. He's a 5'6" inches. Not big. He's a freshman. He's got way potential. He just rushed the ball 20 times for 214 yards, and he's still up. And if he finds this edge, he's gone. But turnover on down there.
And as some people would like to say, he is pound for pound the best player in the game. But look at him down.
But, oh, my gosh.
He's down.
Wow, he's
Is he
really
unconscious?
down.
Injury timeout. I hope
is he unconscious? Jeez, he's He's really out.
Oh my gosh.
I thought he was just laying there. He was.
Well, okay, he's
there
good.
you
He's
go.
good.
Okay.
That's my
flipping
player.
over.
That's all of our player of the game, guys, right there. 21 rushes, 215 yards. You got to give him a tip of the cap, standing over something, but you got to hope he's good. I really don't want to see this ambulance come out here. You know, guys, speaking of injury, you know, we do have to pay our respect to our sponsor. So, you know, Loyola Medicine, he's in the maroon on the field. You know, we'll welcome him to RB Sports. You know, beginning last year, Loyola Medicine's been the sports medicine provider for the Bulldogs. Loyola Medicine, body and soul.
And that clock, that's
the
the only
clock
time the
does
clock did
stop.
stop for the injury, yeah. With a minute and 1 second left, but geez,
Oh no.
45-0.
The fans are wrapping it up.
Yeah, and I believe Franklin's out of the game, but man, you got to give it up to him. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got a week to go, and for him not being the starter, he's proved that he can do it, and that next year he will be the starter. But you know what, he gets the Rex next week until halftime when they put him in. But yeah, 45-0 will be the final here, kind of at a complex. Player of the game,
Franklin.
Kyle Franklin, and as we say, he's
He's going places.
he on.
Man on the mission. And sadly, Zach Vaya on the sidelines. He's not in the game anymore. Looks like he could be getting looked at.
What game? There's
Possibly
15
injured.
seconds left.
Looking at the Bulldogs stats, they had a combined, you know, like 120 yards, and for the Knights, 580.
Yep, that's going to be the game for the
But-
Bulldogs. Very sad ending. 45-0.
Isaac, anything you want to say? This was your debut. Anything you want to say quickly?
I'd like to just thank you guys and say that I was glad to be a part of this wonderful game.
Well, guys, we'll be back in 3 weeks for our final game. It'll be against Glenbard South, the rival. It'll be military night, so that'll be a great game. But, you know, we'd like to thank the crew, everyone's efforts tonight. Thanks for tuning in for the RBTV Game of the Week. I'm Casey Valletta,
I'm Matt Angio.
I'm Isaac Lawrence.
and good night. We'll see you in 3 weeks, and go Bulldogs.